What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Meditations. So, yesterday and the day before, there was a lot of talk about the Northern Lights, alright? I haven't seen the Northern Lights before with my own eyes. I just remember hearing about them as a child. A friend of mine would say, yeah, we're going up north. We saw the Northern Lights, or I want to go to Alaska and see the Northern Lights, this, that, and the third. I never really thought too much about it. I just assumed it was some sort of weird gas-like reaction up in the atmosphere or something, right? I really had no idea. But it's interesting because last night and the night previous to last night, the Northern Lights had some interesting phenomena, apparently, where they could be seen from various places throughout the United States. Even the town in which I live. And I was like, I wonder if I should try to see them. But yeah, of course I fell asleep and I didn't get around to it. But what's even more interesting is lately, as I've been delving around on YouTube, just kind of digging deep into stuff, I've seen these videos speculating that there's more to the Northern Lights than what meets the eye. All right, let me know in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I saw this video of this one guy who was saying, this is a big one. This is a stretch, all right? But here, let me preface it. So we got the media, right? We got the media, we got entertainment, we got academia and all that, right? And we know that for the most part, they're all full of bullshit, right? They fake a bunch of things, they deceive, they evade, it's all about deception, right? A bunch of fake news, this, that, and the third. And it's just weird how, let me verify this before I say it, but I'm pretty sure the North Pole, how close can we get to the North Pole? I don't think you can get close to it. The nearest land is usually said to be Kefekluben Island off the northern coast of Greenland, about 430 miles away. Jeez. 500 up to 500 miles away is like the closest we can get to it. And apparently it's legal. Are you allowed to visit the North Pole? Can people travel the North Pole? Actually, North Pole is challenging but possible to access. But there's this weird thing. It's called this black thing that's like floating around. I can't remember, the Black Rock or something. Black Rock North Pole. Let's take a look. The Rupes Nigra, is that how you say that? As a phantom island, was believed to be a black rock located at the magnetic North Pole. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think I should look this stuff up, but the point being, this is kind of a stretch, all right? Well, let me get that light back up there. But people are saying that the rapture already happened, all right? This happened a long time ago. This happened like 70 AD, that Jesus actually returned 70 AD, kind of like how he said he was going to. He said that this generation will not pass before all these things come to fruition, right? He said that to the disciples. In the New Testament, we read that in the red lettering, right, today. And all the pastors of today will kind of just try to beat around it and say, no, he was speaking in metaphor, this and that, even though he also said, I tell you, some of you will not die before all of these things take place. Even those who have pierced me will see me coming in the sky. You know what I mean? So even those who nailed him on the cross. So he's talking like a few generations out at most from when he was crucified. And there's all this stuff in that Josephus, the works of Josephus, this and that, and the fall of the temple around 60 to 70 AD. All this stuff seems to have come to fruition. People say that we're living in Revelation 20 right now, where this is the time when the devil is let loose for a short while to deceive the nations, all right? So they're saying that everything's amuck here. They're saying everything's a deception. They're saying, just all around the world, just the written history, the history that we know. And the old saying goes, the winners write history, right? But nonetheless, there's these people who are saying that the Northern Lights is actually like a sort of radiant emission from the camp of the saints, all right? Like the camp of the saints that's spoken of in Revelation, where eventually Gog and Magog or whatever, or an army that is great as the sands on the sea in number, are going to surround it, right? So the idea is, crazy as it sounds, is that Jesus is actually hanging out in the North Pole. And that's how this whole Santa thing came about too. Because like these powers and rulers and principalities of the world, they know it, right? So they inverted it. Like, who's in the North Pole? Is it Jesus? No, of course not. It's Santa, or a sort of variant of Satan, if you will. It's kind of what Santa is. He's kind of watching over you. It's kind of the replacement of God. He can see you when you're bad and good. He keeps track of you. They say this is like an inversion of the truth, is what these guys are saying. And they're saying that Jesus is hanging out in the North Pole area, and it's all quarantined off. You can't get there. Like, the higher ups know about it. A few entities, the rulers, principalities of the world, they know about it. And people can't go there. There's like these radiant beings that are there, right? But it's actually Jesus and the saints. And they're going to be surrounded once the media focuses the cameras on them and says that they're aliens, right? They're going to say they're aliens, and it's going to be a way for the world to team against them. It'll probably be like the Antichrist or something who's saying that, they're going to convince the Christians that that's the Antichrist. They're going to be like, yeah, the Antichrist is in the North Pole. It's these radiant beings, these immortal-like beings or whatever. And then they're going to false flag a bunch of attacks, right? They're going to have little drones flying around and blast their own countries up, and they're going to act like that it was the camp of the saints who did it, right? And they're going to have all the CGI and crap. They're going to get everybody on board. But I mean, it's just it's an interesting theory, right? But I'm most curious what your thoughts are about this in the comments, if you guys will share your thoughts on these matters. But yeah, they say that those northern lights are some sort of radiant light of Jesus and the camp of saints, in that we're all like blocked away from it or something. Like, how we've been cast out of Eden? They're saying like that's the new Eden or whatever. And we can't go there right now. Maybe if you get close, you like melt or something. I don't know. But it does say in Genesis that when Adam and Eve were cast out of Eden, there was a cherubim, right? The angels surrounding it, and a flaming sword that's like flying around it. That I assume is going to kill or melt anybody who gets near, right? So this stuff, if you exercise your mind, if you will, use your imagination, this stuff can kind of fit. Where you're like, whoa, what if that is true? You know what I mean? What if there is something there that people can't get to and governments know about it, but they want to keep us down about it? They don't want to tell us. Because if they tell us, we're going to know there's something mystical and supernatural going on here, and they don't want us to think that, right? Maybe, I don't know. It seems like they want us to think that we derived from rain spattering against a rock billions of years ago, and it spawned a fungus that we all derived from, and there's nothing more to it than that. Like some sort of godless universe or something. But it seems to be the main wave narrative, right? But what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. I mean, look this stuff up. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. But there's other guys who blabbled about it on YouTube, and they say that that's what the Northern Lights are. And I know it's far-fetched, but I wanted to hear what you guys had to say about that, all right? So I'll see you in my next video. Peace be with you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the page. And become a patron if you want to support me more. Linked in the description below. Talk to you all later.